Welcome to the Philip Taitt Show. Today I'm joined with Mr. Jean Alerte. He's a philanthropist, author, entrepreneur. His book, Do Right, Do Good, which is an amazing book, has even been endorsed by Russell Simmons himself. Jean, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
Thank you so much for joining me in this. No, thank you. We have so much to get to today. So first I want to talk about, you have so many hats. How in the world do you balance them all? I mean, entrepreneur, philanthropist, you have your frozen yogurt shop.
Yeah. It sounds like a lot, but you know what? There's two things. One, I practice single-pointed focus, so I only focus on one thing at a time.
Okay.
But I have a great team, so I'll build a business and surround myself with positive people, positive team, and have them control it. But my main concern is right now the scholarship, of course, Do Right, Do Good scholarship, and Brooklyn School. I go into a lot of schools. I used to when I was younger, because I've been speaking at schools since I was 18, and I used to only focus on sophomores, juniors, and seniors. But then a teacher told me, you need to come down to the middle school. So I was like, but they don't understand. That was the thing. I was like, I don't have kids. I don't want to talk to middle school kids. So she was like, come down. So then I started talking to the 7th graders and 6th graders. Then another teacher, and I saw that they do understand, and they know what they want.
Right.
When you ask a group of kids, 5th grade, 6th grade, what do you want to be? They all raise their hand. When you ask a senior in high school, you ask them the same question, they're like, I don't know.
I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to figure it out. So what happens between 5th grade, 6th grade, and you're about to leave the school system?
With the success of Jean's Do Right, Do Good book, he used the proceeds to develop a Do Right, Do Good scholarship, a scholarship geared towards high school students to continue their journey in higher education.
So last year, I published a book, and Do Right, Do Good, and I sold a lot of books, right, in my first 2 months. And then I said, you know what, but the target audience that I wanted to read the book, who I felt would get more out of it, is college students and high school seniors and high school juniors. That was who I wrote the book for. But then, so I said, you know what, the only way I'll be able to reach these kids is if I give them something. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take the proceeds from the book and I'm going to give them the money.
That's a good Samaritan work, yes.
So I partnered up with Taitt Reyes. He's a former NFL player. He has a national scholarship organization called Beyond the Boroughs. And we partnered up last February, right? Last year, February. So to start this scholarship. And he said, you know what, let's do it together. I have a non-for-profit called Unity in the Community. And we joined forces to put this program together. In 3 months, we raised $15,000. So like I said, it's you can actually go on jeanalerte.com to apply right now. You have to be a high school senior, minimum 2.5 GPA, and it's not an academic scholarship. It's a character-based scholarship. Because you could have a 4.0 and be a terrible person, but you could have a 2.5 and want to do so much for your community and don't have the means to do it. Patience has been a common thread through my life, you know. So we could have a whole show talking about how I apply patience to my life. But let's use Brooklyn Swirl for example. Okay. So Brooklyn Swirl, we're in a corner on Marcus Garvey and McDonough, and
across the street from Bethany Baptist.
Exactly, across the street from Bethany Baptist. So while we were, putting the store together, you had patrons coming by, or people in the community coming by. Don't open the store here. Why you open the store here? This is like the death corner. Like, what? No businesses survive past 6 months. No business definitely don't make it a year. Why would you put frozen yogurt here? It's a seasonal business. What are you going to do in the winter? What are you going to do? And that was all I was hearing. But because I knew what the community, I said the community needs this. Right. Because in every other community there's a frozen yogurt shop. Our kids need to eat healthy. Our seniors need to eat healthy. So I said, I believe in this. And now we're celebrating 2 years. So all the people, the naysayers, now they come in.
They can't say nothing now.
They can't say nothing. And they're part of our loyalty program, coming in all the time.
Throughout Jean's life, he continued to make decisions and sacrifices in order to achieve his pursuit of happiness, whether it be sacrificing jobs or sacrificing time or money to invest in his personal goals.
I was a banker for 9 years. I was vice president of the mortgage company. I left that to go speak to schools. I left that to sell yogurt.
That is a big change.
Big change. The money's not even the same, but I'm way happier. You can see my passion.
No, I see it.
You see what I'm saying?
I see it.
But it's not about the money. In my book, I talk about that, where I said, don't chase the money, build the business. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So even if you're not building a business, you're the business. So if it's making tie clips or whatever it is, tie squares, if that's what you want to do, focus on it. You know,
and be the best
and be
at
the
it.
best at that you possibly can, one brick at a time.
Was that your biggest triumph, changing to what makes you happy now?
Yes, that was huge for me. Once that clicked, you know, don't do this for anyone else, I won.
Jean's Do Right, Do Good book managed to not only reach a wide array of consumers, but also appeal to some of his idols that influenced his life. Your book was endorsed by Russell Simmons. How was that?
It was amazing. You know, when he wrote that line for me, that gave me that endorsement, it was powerful. But the other powerful key was having Dr. Dennis Kimbrough write the foreword for me.
I heard about that.
He wrote Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice. He's a best-selling author. He's a professor at Clark University. And to have Russell Simmons and Dr. Kimbrough
on your first book,
on my first book, self-published, is amazing. It's like unheard of. You having 2 New York Times best-selling authors, that means the message in the book is powerful.
And clear, right, and concise.
Yeah.
Right. You're 32 years old. You seem like you've done more than what someone who's been living for 60 years has completed.
I hear that a lot.
What's next?
You know what? I have a new book called...
A new one?
A new one coming out in June, July.
We're going to have you back up on here.
Yes. It's a relationship book. Totally different. It's a relationship book called Single Man, Married Man. And every man wants to get married, why not with you? And basically, the book was, it's written by 4 men. It's me, Jaquel Bazin, Frank Gatto, and Ray Holiday. And it's a single man, married man, divorced man, and we have 2 single men. And we ask the questions from women, right? And then we have the answers
of the men?
Of the men.
In the chapters?
In the chapters.
And is that self-published? Or
self-published again. You know, I want to own the books, so I self-publish.
Well, we're going to have all of them on the show soon.
Definitely. And then another project I'm working on is a hair app with this young lady named Shauna Graham, and it's called Hair Decoded, and it's actually launching in the next couple of weeks. So you see a lot, the trend, a lot of women are going natural, and a lot of women are really taking pride in their hair.
And natural beauty.
And natural beauty. So I'm saying, why is there not like an Instagram for hair only? How come, there's different, my wife was searching for weeks on YouTube, looking at these videos, looking at different images, Google images. And I said, wow, if there was one place she could go to and search wavy hair and see different, so this is like
on her, so
on other people, like search, like if she wanted to go on to Hair Decoded, it's called Hair Decoded, and she could see the hair regimen of other women who are in doing what she wants to do. So if she has kinky hair, she could look up all the girls putting up kinky hair and see their hairstyles and the
start
calendar.
To emulate what they're doing.
So they'll be able to see the regimen, they'll see the products they use.
Oh wow, that's gonna be big.
We're gonna put, Instagram has 15 seconds, we have 30-second
how you got 30
video.
seconds?
That's all for the Phil Taitt Show. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to get his book, Do Right, Do Good. You can buy it at jeanalerte.com. It's a great read.